Hello there, and welcome to the last Q&A of 2025 with Giselle. I have no idea why it is so dark on my screen, but hopefully this will add a little festivity to the recording. So happy holidays to everybody. Again, the end of 2025 and 2026 rapidly approaching. So I wanted to make this session light, but also very practical. So here are the three main topics that I'm going to be covering. First one, practical tips for employers as you close out 2026, 25 and begin 2026 in terms of compliance. Two, some H-1B caps are still pending, and this is December. So what to do if they want to travel abroad? And three, more travel tips, because that is a recurring question that we receive. So that's it for what I'm going to cover right now. This session is in part reflection and in part preparation as we close 2025 and head into 2026. Reflection, these monthly questions have been well received. They're short, practical, and we will continue them as we go into 2026. And my goal with them is that you end up with something like, wow, I'm glad I listened to this. I learned something that I can use going forward, and that is practical. And if you want that to continue to happen, please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you do get the reminders that this is posted, or otherwise you may miss them. So first, what should your corporate immigration compliance look like as you prepare for 2026? As you know, we have undergone a lot of raids and audits and worksite visits, and that will continue into 2026. So here is a simple structure or way to think about this. One, foundation; two, systems; three, culture. So under foundation, I would suggest regular mini I-9 audits. They could be every quarter, they could be twice a year, they could be once a year, but you really should be doing some form of I-9 audits, ideally with legal counsel supervision, because you could be making more mistakes by trying to edit something or fix something that you're not really sure what you're doing. It is worth having legal counsel guide this. We don't necessarily do the work you do, but we provide feedback, and that is very helpful. Timely corrections, and also for those of you that have H-1B workers, make sure that you have your public access files. So that's foundation. I-9 audits, timely corrections with legal counsel's guidance, and public access files. Systems. If you don't have a first hour response planned for any government visit, that is something that you should consider putting in place. I will be providing additional information about this next year. Escalation protocol: if someone comes to the front desk, who's going to respond? How is that going to be elevated to the person that could actually take it from there? And workflow checklists. So these are, again, systems that you should have in place. And then culture. It is going to be critical that you have ongoing training and updates. As you know, everything is happening very, very quickly. And we foresee the same rapid fire policy changes happening into the future. And this training and updates need to go beyond HR, managers, leadership, foreign nationals. It should be a wider scope. So that's very narrow answer, but hopefully will give you some ideas as to thoughts as to where you should be looking in terms of compliance for next year. Now, it is hard to believe, but not necessarily, that as of December, we still have some H-1B caps that were filed in April that have not been adjudicated. I am not surprised. I foresee, even though I don't get into the foreseeing, predicting game, but I foresaw, predicted that this will happen. Every time we give more time to the government to adjudicate things, they just delay and delay and delay. If the modernization rule would not have passed, they would have had to have adjudicated all the cases by October, and they haven't. So what happens now? As you probably know, the cap gap now was extended to April 1st. So, they can continue to linger on this adjudications until April 1st. There are some foreign nationals that may want to travel over the holidays, had planned travels over the holidays, and those H-1B caps are still not adjudicated. With a strategy, because I do not recommend rushing to premium process petitions, you should consider premium processing with legal counsel and determine whether what is the right path. But at no point should that foreign national leave the United States if their H-1B cap is still pending and not adjudicated. So consult legal counsel, think about it, whether premiums should be considered. Literally, we just did this a few weeks ago. That's kind of what prompted this Q&A. And the petition was adjudicated this week, I think. And the foreign national is going to make plans to travel abroad. And again, that's a different conversation. Which brings me to the next question, or the next question, the next steps. What are the key travel risks heading into the end of the year and next year? So at this time, the risk and the tips to watch out for. First one is consular delays. This have been an issue, an ongoing issue, but now we're seeing it escalated as part of the new guidance that just came out in December on social media. I'm not sure what I'm talking about, you can certainly go to my LinkedIn profile and see my updates. I issued a flash maybe 2 weeks ago on this. It's also on my blog, so you can look there also and get up to date as to the media screening and social media screening and what has been happening with consular appointments that had been scheduled for December and January and now are being canceled and rescheduled for March 2026. Currently, primarily affecting the Indian consulates, but it's something that is expected to spread worldwide. So right now, that is the first thing to watch out for. Consular delays, appointment cancellations. The next one, again, it has been there, but it has enhanced, is the heightened security and screening at ports of entry, possible device and social media review. And the last one is I-94 errors. And this is particularly going to foreign nationals. We have seen more and more errors on I-94 records from CBP, which can directly impact employment authorization. So for all of you foreign nationals, when you travel abroad, whether you are coming back with a new visa or just a regular travel, always, 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 you must check your I-94 record from CBP to make sure that they gave you the correct visa or annotated the correct visa. We have seen L1s annotated as B1s. We have seen H1Bs annotated as F1s. We have also seen duration of status shortened. So it is critical. It's part of your re-entry checklist to make sure that you check your I-94, and if there's any mistakes, that you contact CBP right away and you get that corrected. That's it. So, thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for your emails, your engagement. It is why we still do this work. And I look forward to seeing you in 2026. In the meantime, happy holidays to all of you. Take care. Bye bye.